Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sugars. My name is Nomza Moshangase, and this is my YouTube channel where I speak about all things books, DIY, and lifestyle. If that is your kind of jam, or one of the things that I've mentioned is your thing, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to get notified every single time your homegirl post a video. Today, I'm holding myself accountable, because I want to be held. But also, I'm holding myself accountable because no one else will. Yeah. On today's video, I'm going to be doing a video basically checking myself if I read all the books that I said I wanted to read mainly for 2022. Sometime like in January, I made a video of my top 10 TBR for 2022. And I feel like I did great. I feel like I did okay. The first book was Colleen Hoover, The Reminders of Him. Yeah, I didn't read it. I don't even have it. You know what? It's okay. Another book by Colleen Hoover that I really did want to read, Verity. I'm so happy that I read this book and absolutely loved it. We follow Lowen, who is a struggling writer, but she gets this opportunity to actually finish a series by this best-selling author. When she gets to this author's house, she finds this manuscript in her office. This manuscript is about this author, Verity, and the things that she finds there are just pretty wild, and the things that are happening in the house while she's staying there, it's just downright scary. And to be honest, I was worried about Colleen Hoover's mental state because I don't know where Miss Ma'am went writing this book. Like, it's so crazy, the things that happen here, So that's one book. Another book that I really wanted to read was The Blurest Eye by Toni Morrison, and I'm so happy that I finally read this book. Toni Morrison is one of those writers that I unconsciously, I have made it thing for me to read at least one book by her a year. Like, this book was just so beautiful. The book is really centered around beauty and how Black people view beauty, especially being told so many times that white people are the standard of beauty. Beautifully written, like, it's very poetic. This book is just full of metaphors and just beautiful sentences, and it questions why is certain thing deemed a standard of beauty, and why anything actually is deemed a standard of a certain thing, and why has culture basically created that to be like the standard. That's book number 2. Third book that I wanted to read, Will by Will. I started it though, so that counts for something. So far, this book is like really written well. To see Will in this very vulnerable state, it's really interesting for me. Always known Will to be smart and how he thinks and how he just kind of like dissects certain things. As soon as the book starts, he's very vulnerable. Yeah, that's Will. I haven't finished it, so technically it doesn't count. Book 6 is Patsy by Nicole Dennis Benn. Haven't read this book. I don't know how to feel about that. I just haven't read it. Book 7 is A Little Life, and I am liking this book so much. Currently reading, but technically doesn't count. Book 8, Steve Biko, I Write What I Like. Didn't read it. I'm actually very sad that I didn't read this book because I wanted to read it for my youth month. I didn't read this book. Number 9 and number 10. I really wanted to get into Akwaeke Emezi this year, and I'm so happy that I did. And all the books that I read by Akwaeke Emezi were just hits after hits after hits. So the first book that I really wanted to read by Akwaeke Emezi was Fresh Water, and I'm really proud to say that I read this book. I do have a reading vlog where I am reading these books, so you guys can go check it out. But Fresh Water, we follow Ada, the girl who's struggling with all these spirits that are within her, these spirits that are also battling being within this body and also being of the other world, trying to navigate life and trying to be of this world and understanding their minds and their thinking and how they should cope with things. I thought this book was very vulnerable and very emotional in a sense that I could sense Akwaeke Emezi's life in it and their own stories in it. I really loved it. It was scary though. I absolutely enjoyed this book. The second book by Akwaeke Emezi that I really wanted to read was The Death of Vivek Oji, and guys, this is my best book of 2022. This book is number 1. Beautiful storytelling. The writing in this book, they structure the sentences and how they structure the storytelling. I want to cry just thinking about this book, guys. How this book talked about things like, feeling guilty, having to live with the guilt and being alone in the guilt of certain things that might have happened to people. Really devastating. I don't think Vivek had any hate, even when he was valid into hating certain people, he didn't. Yeah, bro. Like, this book really rearranged my reading life. I love this book. It was amazing. I urge you guys to read The Death of Vivek Oji by Akeke Amesi. If you haven't, please go read it. Number 11, I want to say, is Grown Ups by Marian Keyes. Like, I read this book for like 5 weeks. So in this book, we follow a family of 4 brothers and their wives. Can you guys see the book? And their children also. And they have all these different problems. I liked it, but it wasn't the greatest. Book, I want to say 12 or 11, I'm not sure. Is Velvet Was the Night by Sylva Marian Gar. Okay, by Sylva. I don't know what this book is about. I didn't read it. Last but definitely not least is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Loved it lots. I read this book, loved it lots. I read it for my black romance novels reading vlog, I think. Shane can have my heart on a platter. He can have me, my heart, my body, my soul, my mind on a platter. God, when will someone love me so much that they incorporate me in their work? These two were not speaking for a good like 15 years, but they spoke through their work because they knew that the other person will read that book. I love them so much. I can talk about them all day. I read half. That's on balance and that's on period. It's not bad at all. I'm not mad. That is all for this video, sugars. I really do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below if there are books that you were looking forward to read this year but couldn't. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell to get notified every single time your homegirl post a video. Till next time. Bye.